So we are recording now. So I'll just kind of start everything off. Everybody, welcome. Thanks for jumping on. I have a ton of people on, and they're still piling on, which is to be expected. It's pretty exciting times. You know, Christmas came early. Beurax came along. I reconnected with my old buddy Hugh from Ireland, and here we are with 400 and something people on the team in almost 7 days. Not even 7 days, Hugh. I know that doesn't compare to yours, but I'm sure you'll cover that. But we are excited beyond belief. Everybody, thanks so much for taking a minute. I am recording this, so I'm going to throw it over to Hugh from Ireland, and take it away, buddy.
Okay, well, thanks. And what I'd like to do is extend a warm welcome to anybody listening to this or watching this for your first or second time. I just want you to know that just 20 days ago, it was my first time having a look at it. And as Gary said, Christmas has come early, because what we found here is, wow, it's something quite special. A friend actually asked me to examine it, and I had a look at the website, and I was quite impressed with the website. I found the PowerPoint, the documents, I found the trading monitor showing what was going on with this company. I found this document in a PDF, and you can all access that from your own back office, even if you register for a free account, because it doesn't cost anything to join this. It's totally 100% free. Get yourself an account. It doesn't cost anything. However, you won't be able to refer anybody until you actually take a live plan. But this is the document you're going to find in the back office, and you can have a read through that. And it's very corporate-y. It's not very, I suppose, customer or user friendly. And my challenge with the document was I couldn't read the thing. So I don't know if your eyes are better than mine, but this print looks so small. But they were really trying to illustrate that they've become a legally recognized company. They've registered with ASIC. Now, ASIC is the Australian Security and Investment Commission, and that, I guess, is something much like, from the United States, the SEC, the Security Commission. And these guys are regulatory bodies. They're very tough people to deal with, and to even present yourself in front of them, I think it shows great intentions. It shows great character in a company that want to do it compliantly, or as best they possibly can. Now, the thing I did notice, and you can see it on your screen yourself, is the authorized capital of a company is $75 million. And that was something was highlighted in big bold print, where they wanted me to watch this and not look at the small print. And I became very curious. What does this all mean? And I actually went to the government, and on their website, I'll show you exactly what I did. And you can gain some confidence from this. Or in fact, we encourage you to do it yourself. Do your own homework, do your own due diligence, and make sure you're happy with what you see here, because what we're trying to share with you is open and honest, what we found, and it's I suppose, our 7-day history with the company. What we're going to share with you here, we're going to share with you the documents we found and what we've learned about this. So what we did is we got our hands on the certificate of registration, and that allowed us to see the company number, the company name. We even got hold of the meetings of the first minutes from the first meeting, and then we went directly to the government. Now, this is the ASIC website. It's connectonline.asic.gov.au. You can take a screenshot of that. You can write that down, or I'm sure the person who invited you here will be very happy to share that with you. And when you get to the ASIC website, you're going to search for the register. So you click on the down arrow here and bring up organization and business names. And of course, you just type in the business name, which is Beurax, and press the go button, and you'll be happy to see that the company is registered with them. Now, registration doesn't account for much other than you're registering, but you've got the company number. We know they started back in August. And it's interesting to note that they're in Canberra, being the capital city of Australia, not the outback. They're right in the center, right in Canberra, the capital city. Now, what I did was I actually decided to go and purchase this. Oh, I think you're trying to mute somebody, and we muted everybody there. Apologies for that, guys. Can you hear me okay, Gary?
We're good now.
Okay. So I wanted to get the current and historical information on this company because we've got to rely heavily on the government. They're there to protect the consumer. They're there to look after the licensees and the registrars and the companies. And I had to pay $17 to get this document. And I'm going to share it with you now. But of course, as I said previously, why not do this yourself? Why not find your own comfort zone here? Get this document, have a read at it, and satisfy yourself. So what we learned from the document here, I'll bring it up for you right now, is that we have the ACN standing for Australian company number, and we only got this document on the 27th of October. So it's quite a fresh document. And we were able to find out their registered address, also their principal place of business. You see, it is possible to register somewhere else and have a place of business in another premises, but we've learned that both the registered address and the principal place of business is at 121 Marcus Clark Street in Canberra. And we were able to find the name of the directors. We were able to, this was the important thing here on the extract that the government gave me, and it was this recognition of $75 million. Now, over here, and I don't know how you set up companies over there, but we have a thing called nominal share value. We've also got beneficially share value, but this is what's called fully paid up shares. And that means that this company has demonstrated that they have actually created $75 million in fully paid shares. And I don't think the government would issue this document without doing the compliance, doing the due diligence, doing what we call KYC, know your client. Because when you get involved in investments, you're entering a very serious regulated world. And I assume that the government have checked the passports of the owners, their address of the owners, the utility bills of the owners. I'm sure they have spoken with their CPAs or their accountants to set up the company. We took it further than this. We went to examine their servers and find out were they rented servers or were they owned the servers. We were glad to find out that they've owned their own servers. We found out that they registered the company name, I think, maybe 4 years ago, which was quite good as well. And they paid for their domain name for the next 5 years, which shows good intentions as well. So this was the kind of due diligence we were doing before we got involved with the company. And the next thing we had to do was we had to, I suppose, dip our toe in the water. That's the expression we use, dip our toe in the water. Let's go on the inside now. Let's see what they've got, what we can learn from that. Now, just to tell you that I'm not a CPA, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just, it's my own homework, my own due diligence. It's up to you to do your own, but you're very welcome to share this. But you know, this is my opinions and my calculations and my experience in the 7 days, and I'm so impressed with this. What most impresses me is the customer support. I know the profits is good, I know the plans are good, but customer support is very important, particularly when you're developing a global organization. When you can get that immediate customer support, and the way they handle it has been exceptional. We're getting so many comments on that, how good the customer service is, and that's very important. But I'm going to show you now what I've learned on the inside of this company now. I want to tell you that past performance won't guarantee any future results. I mean, that's you've got to put that there. But when you log in, and even if you log in for free, you have the ability to create a plan with this company. Now you'll notice on the screen here, you have what I call a green wallet for your dollars. You've got a salmon colored wallet there for your Bitcoin, and you've got this, I don't know what the right color is. That it's not purple, it's maybe violet. It's that violety purpley color there on the right would be for your Ethereum. These are your wallets. And simply if you press that replenish button, it will give you a Bitcoin wallet. Now this is your Bitcoin wallet inside this system. And if you fund that wallet, the funds will appear up in the top bars here. So what I did, as you can see clearly here, is I put in 0.05 of a Bitcoin. Now I don't know what that represents. Is it 5? Is it $600? Something like that, just a few weeks ago. But the next thing I did was I pressed the withdraw button and see, had I the ability to take this back out? And ladies and gentlemen, the good news is, yes, you can withdraw. If it's in these clocks, you can withdraw 24/7, 7 days a week. You don't have to wait for any time frame, or there's no delays. Press the button and the withdrawal comes. So that was quite interesting. Now, of course, we're not here to play fun and games to put money in and take money out. Certainly do that. But what you might consider is some of the plans that these guys have created for us. And there are quite a variety of them. And over on the left-hand side, if you just take note, we've got what's called total return, currency, interest rate, or commodity swaps. And you'll find these same plans available across the screen here where my mouse is rolling here. Total return, currency, interest, and commodity swaps. Now, what does this all mean? Well, I found it quite easy to understand. I didn't need any guidance or any tour like I'm giving you right now. It just made common sense. So this was a US dollar plan. Starting for $20, went, wow, this means anyone worldwide can start making money from home, from their cell phone, without having to buy anything or sell anything or wrap anything or order anything or tell anybody or attend any event. You can get your money working for you without you necessarily having to go to work for your money, totally passively, with as little as $20. I said, wow, that's an entry level that allows the whole world potentially to participate here. And anything from $20 up to $500 would allow you to enjoy 1.4% per day for a total of 15 working days, or what we call 15 business days. Now, to get 1.4% a day is incredible because you will be challenged to find 1.4% in a year with a standard bank. And I'm not here touting investments and asking you to invest. I'm not asking you to do anything here. I'm just sharing what I found and what I've tried to do here. And that 1.4% over just 15 days gives you a total of 21%, which is phenomenal. Now, 15 days is just over a couple of weeks. In fact, because it's working days, let's call it 3 weeks. You can get your full principal back out after 3 weeks. The good news is during the week, every single day of those working days, you get that 1.4% added to your wallet. And if it's in your wallet, you can withdraw. So the good news is you can take the daily profits away. And at the end of the term, and in this example, it's only 15 days from now, you get your full $20 back, or $50 or $100, whatever it is you'd like to try. Now, if you look over on the right-hand side of the screen, we notice that this is for those that can fund between $500 and $1,000. There's 2 things to note here, ladies and gentlemen. The first thing is you're getting 1.5% versus 1.4. But the second thing to note is you get a benefit of 5 more working days. That gives you 20 days at 1.5 versus 15 days at 1.4, giving you 30% essentially in 20 days. Now, 20 days is approximately a month from now. Getting a 30%, I mean, that's phenomenal, absolutely phenomenal. And we put these plans to the test. This has been working since August this year, and we're getting amazing results. We're getting amazing momentum. We're getting amazing encouragement from our customer base. Everybody's enjoying this type of passive plans. Now, there are some extra plans as well in the dollar funds. You can see there we've got 1.6%, but you'd need to be doing $1,000 to $2,500. That's a 25-day plan. You can see the 30-day plan at 1.7%. You would need to take out a plan for $2,500 up to $5,000. And of course, the biggest one is 1.8% for 35 days, and that's between 5K and 10K, giving you 63%. Now, why does it drop down to 1.4% again on the bottom right-hand corner? You'll note now, if you just pay attention here, this is BTC. Up here, we were looking at USD. So if you'd prefer to use the phenomenal world of cryptocurrency, you can also go in with Bitcoin. And the minimum deposit would be 0.001 of a Bitcoin. Up to half a Bitcoin would give you that 20-day plan. Now, remember, you're getting paid every single day passively. You can withdraw every single day. And of course, at the end of the term, which is just 20 days, you get your full principal returned to your wallet with that last payment on day 20. The good news for me is today is day 18 for me, and I'm in this plan here. Today is day 18. I have 2 more days to go, and then I will actually see that part taking effect. But I've been able to withdraw every single day. In fact, I'm withdrawing multiple times a day since I got this business up and running. And of course, if you've got more Bitcoin than that, it's a good thing to hold Bitcoin. It's a good thing to accumulate Bitcoin. But it's also a better thing when your Bitcoin working for you at the same time. And the good news is your currency is retained in Bitcoin. We're not transferring Bitcoin back to dollar and you're losing the uplift on the Bitcoin bull market. You're using Bitcoin and you're getting Bitcoin, and your 1.5% a day in this case would be in Bitcoin, or 1.6 or 1.4. And of course, we've got Ethereum plans starting at 1/10 of an Ethereum. I mean, what's that, $40 or $50 up to 5 Ethereum gives you that 20-day plan. So anybody listening to this can jump in and jump out in 15 or 20 days and test the water. That's what I like. There's other firms there that they keep the business too long. It's a long-winded exercise for months and months. They allow you to compound, which I think puts a strain on a business of this nature. Here you cannot compound. I know compound is the 8th wonder of the world. I know everybody loves to compound, but if that puts pressure on a program, I'd rather it not there. The way around it, I suppose, or the way you would get towards compounding would be to create a brand new plan starting after your first plan. So let's say you had one plan running for a week, and next week you decided to do another plan. Then you could see at the end of the term, so in day 20, you'd have your first plan paid out. In day 25, your second one. You can run a succession or multiple plans, but you can't compound within the one plan. I think that serves this program very, very well. Now, that was just the total return swaps. Anything from $20, and you're earning up to about 1.8% max, depending on your appetite for risk. When we move now to what's called currency swaps, I've learned recently that these are the most popular. And the reason being is because they're more attractive. They're offering between 3%, and I think it possibly could go up to 3.6%. I'll tell you in a moment. But if you're going in on dollars, it's 3% for 90 days. Now, 390 is 270. That means a $10,000 fund would return at $27,000 in the next 90 days. And remember, these are working or business days. That is spectacular. In the current environment, I mean, we find ourselves globally. It's not just a US challenge, it's a global challenge. We entered, I suppose, last March, a health pandemic. But at the same time, we entered a wealth pandemic because our wealth has been challenged as the government stimulates the market with the printing of money. And that's very honorable for the government to do these handouts to businesses, to do this furlough, to help those in employment or out of work. That's very honorable, but with the printing of the money comes a price. And that price potentially in the very short term coming to us, maybe the price of goods would go up. It would create inflationary measures that would really affect us as humans on the planet, our ability to get to work, to go to work. It's a changed world. And we find ourselves that many people are now wanting to the ability for a very simple way to make money from home without having to face the virus, without having to go outside of your bubble, without having to go outside your doorstep. If you can get your money to work for you rather than you having to go to work for your money, guys, if you can find me a program like that, that's good and honest and licensed, I'll take a look. I'll definitely take a look. But what we have here is a 3% plan if you're going to do it in dollars. If you move to Bitcoin, I think it jumps to 3.1. Here we go. So 1 Bitcoin, you're getting 3.1% per day for 90 days, and that would give you 2.79 Bitcoins back. Wow. Getting any sort of Bitcoin accumulated is amazing, but getting that single Bitcoin to become 2.79 in just 90 days down the track, guys, that is exciting. And I've had some customers have done this, and they're well ahead after 30 days, because you would have your full Bitcoin out in 30 days, because 3% over 30 days is giving you essentially your full, let's call it your full down payment, your full deposit, your full Bitcoin back. And then you get profit for the next 30 days, and then you get profit for the next 30 days, because that's a 90-day plan. The good news is you're not leaving your money in there for the full term, because they pay you every working day. That is the secret. And of course, you can do that as well in Ethereum. We also have got interest rate swaps. Again, when I started, I didn't pay any attention to this. Now I kind of like this. And the reason I like it is I like the term. It's a 45-day plan. It's not the 90-day plan, it's a 45-day plan. The other thing is, in a changing market, particularly with coronavirus and lockdowns in one country is locked down and other countries opening up. With the changing markets, the trading conditions are changing all the time. And this interest rate swaps it's a variable return between 1.5 and 2.1%. And I didn't catch on to about day 4 on this, because I took this 1.9 to be a fixed percentage, and I logged in, I think 2 or 3 days later, and I saw it went to 1.6. And I was thinking that I read the 1.9 wrong. Was the 9 upside down? Was it lying on its back? What way was this 1.9? It's definitely 1.9 on this screen. But the day I logged in, it was definitely 1.6, and I thought I'd made a mistake. However, the day after, they were paying 2.1. The next day, they paid 2.1. The day after, they were paying 2.1. The next day, it dropped to 1.8. And that's when I said, I should have read this. This is a variable 1.5 to 2.1. So I like this one because you can start with $1,000 and get a variable percentage for 45 days. Guys, that's a pretty cool plan in my estimation. And then the final one is what we call commodity swaps. And this is for people that have the ability to go long term. At 200 business days, you're looking at somewhere between 6 months and a year. And obviously for that lock in there, you're looking at 4.2%. So it's a bigger return. It's for very serious well, not really. You can start with $20 if you wish. But you know what I'm saying? I would rather get the quick return, test it out, and that's what I'm doing right now. I have several plans at the small. I have a 20-day plan, I have a 45-day plan, I have a 90-day plan. I'm working at those levels, but it's entirely up to you. What I believe is there's something here for everyone. So what I've shown you is I've shown you a little bit about the company, about the registration and licensing. I've showed you how to create a plan and select a plan. I mean, it's up to you just to work that out, what's best for you. If you need to seek professional advice, by all means, go ahead and do so. We've had various people look at this from many, many different professions. But it came down to this. People were quite keen to find out, well, how do I get the money out? How easy is that? And what I'm going to show you now is the withdrawal process. There are many ways to withdraw. And as long as there's a balance in any of these banks, you can withdraw. So whether it's dollars, Bitcoin, Ethereum, you can withdraw every single day. Now you can see the balance in this account was 0.06. You can see that I opted to take out 0.05. I just wanted to leave a fraction in the account. I pressed the withdraw button, and within the normal time frames, and usually I can tell you that if you're taking out Bitcoin, it just depends on the congestion on the network. It depends on the blockchain. A Bitcoin block is running at 10 minutes anyway, so you're not going to get it within 10 minutes, but you could very well get it in the 11th, 12th, 15th, 20th minute. And we have found that everybody that's pressed this button has got paid, and got paid in a very, very timely fashion. And you can see here, this is my wallet external to the system I've just shared with you, and I was delighted to see that coming back out. And I just didn't stop there, because I'm going to give you the history. You'll find the history of withdrawals in your account. So that was way back on the 23rd of October. That was that transaction I've just shared with you, that 0.05. I want you to note that the following day, I was able to remove 0.1 Bitcoins. The next day, I took out 2 Ethereum. By the way, I didn't put in any Ethereum. I didn't put any dollars. I put in 0.05 of a Bitcoin. I took it out on my first day, in and out. And then the next day, I was starting to make profits of 0.1. I got 2 Ethereum. And why that is let's suggest you come in with dollars, and you shared this idea with me, and I come in with Bitcoin. You started with dollars, not Bitcoin. But because I'm in Bitcoin, you get paid in Bitcoin. Let's say I share this with my friend who decides to use Ethereum. Well, you're going to earn an Ethereum whilst you didn't even engage in Ethereum or Bitcoin. See, this is an accumulator of Bitcoin and Ethereum. It's a Bitcoin machine. That's what I'm seeing here right now. So at this stage, you can see I had taken out $1,000. I'd taken out 0.17 for Bitcoin. I'd taken out 2.4 Ethereum when you add all of this up. And just the dates were the 27th, 27th, 29th, 29th. Then here's another screenshot, 7th, 7th, 9th, 9th, 10th, 10th. And now I'm up to 3 withdrawals a day, because I'm earning dollars, Bitcoin, and Ethereum every single day. Even when I sleep, this is paying me. And all my job is to take it out, take it out, take it out. Home to daddy, home to daddy, home to daddy. And it's been so reliable, it's amazing. And this was the 11th of November. And you can see here that I'd withdrawn $6,000, half a Bitcoin, well, what's that, $9,000, 3 Ethereum. And since I've done this, ladies and gentlemen, this is all doubled up again. So it's just incredible what's happening. The good news also is if you earn in dollars, and I just want to share this with you, if you look at the screen here, this is the dollar here, the dollar sign. So I was taking out dollars here, and I can take it out in Bitcoin. Do you see that? Dollars to Bitcoin. You can also go dollars to Ethereum. So even if you earn dollars, you can move it into the cryptocurrency world if you'd like to get involved there. Now, you can be passive, and lots of people are. And I'll tell you why people like passive. The reason is very simple. Most people are not sales type. If I were to interview, let's say 100 people on this call, I would have guessed that 5 of you are sales type people, 95 aren't. We're not selling anything. So people in that caliber like to earn passively, that they don't have to attend events. They don't have to share this with anybody to make money. They don't have to talk to anybody. They can earn passively, and people love the ability to do that. There are other people like myself, and I'm sure Gary, we participate actively. We're talkers. We love sharing stories. We love helping people. We love developing businesses. We're entrepreneurs. And if you're that type, then the active side is remarkable, let me tell you. Now, this customer here, I'm just going to show you a passive customer. This customer here is a client of mine. He's actually a bank manager for 17 years. His name is Simon. Some of you have already spoken or met Simon. A phenomenal gentleman, a lovely, lovely guy. Simon, once he got the documentation from the government, and being the bank manager type, he decided, you know what, I'll try 1 Bitcoin. I'll try 1 Bitcoin. And I said, are you sure? He said, yeah, I'm sure. I'll try 1 Bitcoin. So Simon went in and put in a Bitcoin on the 23rd of October, that looks like. Guess what he did the next day? He put in another Bitcoin. Guess what he did the next day on the 25th? He put in 25 Ethereum. Now, I can tell you that was not so long ago, the 23rd of October. And the total, let's call it plan value at that stage, was about $37,000. I think Simon has taken out $48,000 since the 23rd of October. So he started with 37, he's taken out 48 in let's call that 2 or 3 weeks, maybe not even 3 weeks at this stage. And he's got 90-day plans. So he's into 15 or 20 days of his plan. He's got another 70 days of this. And the good news is at the end of the term, you get your full payment back. It's all over and done. And it's up to you whether you walk away or come back and try another one. Totally up to your discretion with daily withdrawals, guys, and that's what's exciting. Now, at this stage, and we're looking at a screenshot here from, if you look at the bottom right-hand corner, the 11th of the 11th, you can see his total investment was the 2 Bitcoin we showed you below, the 25 Ethereum, and he'd withdrawn 3/4 of a Bitcoin and 9 Ethereum after 12 business days. He'd removed 16,000 after 12 business days. I think Simon's getting close to day 20, something similar to myself. And he's earning about $1,400 a day, passively. $1,400 passively per day, not per week, per day with the program. And that's just, well, for me, I was lucky. It was my first customer. It's not very often you find customers like that, particularly bank managers. And he's delighted with it, and now he's in the referral mode. He thinks it's absolutely super. Now, I want to show you about the history of my team and customer development. For those of you that are in this space of referral marketing and want to develop large organizations, I want to show you what I did with just introducing 2 customers. Now I've gone to 3 customers. I'm at this about 3 weeks, but I've now introduced 3 customers. But at this stage, I only introduced 2 customers. And those 2 customers, one being Simon, both took out an active plan. You see, you can join for free and do nothing and just watch it, or you can take out a plan. But both of my customers took out a plan in the first day. By the second day, guess what? Those guys got paid because we pay every day. So once they got their payment, they started sharing it with others. So in day 2, I ended up with 7 partners, of which 4 only had funded an account. And you can appreciate it might take a little bit of time to get a Bitcoin wallet or an Ethereum wallet or get your funds in place to make a deposit. So at day 2, I had 7 customers, of which 4 were funded. On day 3, I ended up with 38 partners, of which 14 had funded. And on day 4, I ended up with 68 partners, of which 27, almost half of them had funded an account. But at this stage, ladies and gentlemen, we have 27 people in the team getting paid every single day without going outside their front door. 27 customers out of 68, because these 68 maybe took an account, a free account, and never funded one. That's what might have occurred there. Now, the 27th of October, I want you to look at the bottom screen there, 27th of October, two things happened. This is the day we received the document from the government. When we saw that they had 75 million on a government-headed paper licensed by the Security and Investment Commission, that changed circumstances for us. That gave us confidence. You've got to understand that. But something else happened this day as well. One of our upline visited the offices without appointment. They decided to show up without even making an appointment. And when we got the report back from there that he witnessed 30 to 40 people working in an office environment, that it was in the center of Canberra, in a tall rise building, I think he said it was on the 7th floor, when he spoke to the CMO and the CEO, that confidence came back as well. And guess what happened the next day? Between the 27th and the 20th, look at the customer count. It jumped from 68 partners to 461. Can you see what happened, that transition, the belief? Because this company is based in Australia, and our business in Australia and New Zealand just went through the roof the moment they realized this company was based in their capital city, where they could go and see them and visit it. But more than that, licensed by ASIC. That's what turned the tables for this company. And we got 250 partners went live with an account. That means 250 people are making money every day, whether they go out of bed or not. It's automatic payment to your wallet, fully withdrawable. And that's what changed the business. In day 6, we ended up with 600 customers, of which 388 had opened up an account. And on day 7, for me particularly, I ended up with 681 customers. 2/3 of them were funded, meaning 400 people. We've changed their lives. They're getting paid every single day. Now, the result for me, and you can see it here clearly, and that's why we want to be open and transparent, I put in 0.05 Bitcoin. That's it. I received $4,361 in commissions, plus a $3,000 leadership bonus, which you can learn at some of our trainings. $7,000 in a week. I can tell you, Santa came early. And who knows what this will be after 30 days, because I'm on day 18 in terms of payments. And my plan runs out in 2 days. In 2 more days, my plan is full. I get back my 0.05. I've already taken out my commissions, and people are starting to get excited because they're getting the same results as I'm sharing with you. I remember Gary saw this for the first time. Gary could probably tell you, this is now happening for him. It's happening for lots of people. And guys, these numbers are going at a serious rate. It's not 681, guys. It's a bigger number than that, because this was the first week. I've now completed my 2nd week. We're into our 3rd week now, and it's very, very exciting. There's also opportunities to withdraw in Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, Perfect Money, which is a payment provider, or Payeer. If we're speaking to people that are not familiar with cryptocurrency, you can go and open a Payeer wallet online. You can do your KYC documentation. You can attach your credit card comfortably to Payeer and fund this with dollars if you're not interested in cryptocurrency. You can play in dollars. And if you introduce somebody with Bitcoin, you'll start earning Bitcoin, and they're interchangeable. You can change these and take it out in whatever denomination you desire. So multiple options, and I believe they're going to add more options for withdrawal. I'll also say this, that about 4 days ago, I got the opportunity to speak to our upline, Alexander Baus. Now, Alexander, you're going to probably meet him next week anyway, because I'm going to invite him on one of my calls, and he'll do a testimony for us. But Alex was away for 2 weeks holidays, and when he came back, he was able to withdraw 3.3749 Bitcoin. And I said, Alex, are you telling me you were building the business when you were away on holidays, or you weren't? He said, I was away on holidays for 2 weeks. We weren't paying any attention to the business. We didn't realize what was happening. And when we came back, because we'd made a few withdrawals, you can see the withdrawals here, but look here, earned $10,000, 4.5 Bitcoins, and almost 13 Ethereum. And I said, Alex, tell me the truth. Is there any chance this is Photoshop? Is there any chance, how do I know this is real? He said, listen, give me a moment. And what he did was he went to the blockchain. We saw the hash code. We could see the amount, 3.3749 Bitcoin. We go back here, 3.3749 Bitcoin. We can see the transaction that he withdrew $53,000 in that day. And it's just exciting. Since that, he's got a $20,000 bonus. And here's where he's getting the bonuses. Now, this is for those of you who want to build a team. It's not necessary, but if you wish, you can accelerate your earnings. And in these difficult times, that's not a bad thing to do. Is keep your options open, start getting your money to work for you. And more importantly, if you'd like to build an international business off the back of your cell phone without any overhead, this is the simplest comp plan I've ever seen. Now, it's all on one page. We don't need to see any more. It's very simple. Let me share this with you. When you start and take out a plan, you are automatically qualified silver. What does that mean? Well, it means that anybody you introduce, you get 6% referral fee. You see, what we're finding here is we cannot promote or we're not licensed to sell investments. I can't sell you investment. I don't have the license. I don't want to go there, right? This company is licensed according to ASIC. They've done their due diligence homework on the company. What I am is I'm a referral agent, and I'm pointing you to a website. I'm making a referral for you to go there yourself and do it. I'm not selling to you because I don't have any investments to sell you. But if I point you here and you take out a plan, the company reward me with a 6% thank you bonus. Thank you very, very much. Now, if you were to renew a plan in 20 days, like I'm about to renew a new plan in 2 more days, my sponsor is going to get 6% again and again and again. Every time I take out a plan, I get 6%. My sponsor gets 6%. Or if you introduce somebody, you're going to get 6%. If they share this idea with somebody else, you get 3%, 1%, and a variety of smaller commissions down 15 generations of referrals. You know, you can put in millions of people in a 15 generation uni-level plan. It's amazing. Now, as soon as there's $10,000 of business conducted in a particular structure, and you'll have to pay attention to the comp plan to work that out, dollar for your frontline sales. Now, you remember I introduced the bank manager and he put in a Bitcoin. Well, that was about $13,000 when he put it in. So I automatically, with one customer, got promoted to 7% 3-1 and a variety of commissions. The next day, he put in another Bitcoin and 25 Ethereum. So very, very quickly, I was up to $30,000 in volume. I got a $1,000 bonus and I'm qualified 842. So this can happen very fast or very slow, depending on your client base. Now, once you have $60,000 of business, and I believe there's several people on this call have already achieved that in a week, obviously you've done it faster than me because I've been a pioneer. I've been out testing it. I've been out working it. There are other people are leaning on my back to go and build faster and larger business than I am. In fact, the bank manager who I introduced makes more than I do. I don't mind that. That tells me it's not one of these pyramid things where the guys at the top make all the money. No, it's the guys that take the action. It's the guys that builds the teams. It's the guys that pay attention to structure, make the money here. So if you have $60,000 in your entire organization, in a particular fashion, you get a $2,000 bonus and they give you higher commissions. When you have 120, I believe Gary's done this already, faster than me, you get $3,000 bonus. Then you go up to $5,000, $20,000. Now, Alex has received his $20,000 bonus. You just press the button in the support channel, say, I've qualified for my leadership bonus. And within about 10 seconds, if they're online, you're going to find that $20,000 in your wallet. You can withdraw it straight away. That's exactly what I did. I withdrew. There's a $50,000, $250,000, $500,000, $1 million, and a $3 million bonus. Now, some people don't have the appetite for these numbers. Some people don't have the belief that these numbers are possible. But you know, even at the smaller ranks here, guys, there's a serious potential to not just help yourself and your family, but to help others that you care about. And what I'd say to you is, you know, do your homework, go buy that document for the government, get that confidence yourself. Don't risk any more than you're prepared to lose. Just try it out and see for yourself at $20, $50, $100, whatever you're comfortable with. And in 15 days, you'll have your profit and your money. Now, next day you'll have your profit, but in 15 days, you'll have your full reimbursement. And that gives people confidence by trying out those plans. I'm just going to finish with this, guys. This is just, a friend of mine did this. It's not very tidy, but it's really just an Excel spreadsheet. And it was a suggestion that if I were to put in a Bitcoin and to select the 3.1, now you can go for 1.4% up to 3.1, but let's say you went for that high 90-day plan. Here's what would happen in day one. You can see what's happening here. By day 15 days, you would have half your Bitcoin out. After 30 days, you'd have 93% of your Bitcoin back out. So you can just see after day 33, you're in profit. 33 days, you are in profit. Your full Bitcoin is out, but you still have 90 days, less than 33. What would happen after 65 days? You've 2 Bitcoin. You started with 1, now you've got 2. Did you introduce anybody? Absolutely not. Totally passive. You didn't introduce anybody here. So your 1 Bitcoin becomes 2 Bitcoins in 65 days, and after 90 days, you've got 2.79% or 2.79 Bitcoin. And that's quite exciting, or a fraction of that is quite exciting, and it's entirely up to you. So with that, that's it from me. I want to hope you enjoyed that. I hope you come on board with us, and I wish you all the success you deserve. With that, I'll hand you back to our host, Gary, and thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen.
Thanks, buddy. Great job. As usual, I wrote down the part, bringing that money home to daddy. In my case, it's home to mama. So, but I think we know what we're talking about. So thanks everybody for attending. I did record this. It will be in the Telegram room within 30 minutes today. So have a wonderful day. And obviously we're all very excited, Hugh, and thanks so much again. We'll see you hopefully in Vegas. By the way, folks, we're trying to line up a live meeting in Las Vegas next month, and we'll keep you posted in the Telegram room about that. Take care. Thanks again, Hugh. Take care.
Fantastic. Good night, everyone. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.